going from zero to actually being rich from online business is going to be a spiritual journey for you. I want to come on here and just record a pretty raw, uncut footage of just me talking to myself, and I wish I knew whenever I first started in online business world. Right now, you're probably on Instagram, you're probably on YouTube, you're seeing all these different people jet skiing in Dubai. They're currently renting Lamborghinis in Dubai, living that penthouse lifestyle. But in reality, everything is a facade. You would think that everybody has their life figured out, they know exactly what they want, they have exactly everything that they ever wish for. But in reality, they're probably chasing something more and more. And you'll always get this feeling that you don't have enough, that you always want more, and you aren't really happy in the current moment. And this happens a lot. Like, even for me, when I first got started in the agency game, I hit 10K a month pretty fast compared to most people. So after 2 months of starting from zero, knowing no sales, no marketing, we hit 10K a month. But whenever you actually hit that 10K per month, you have this goal in mind. And coming from zero, or maybe you're at 1K a month or 2K a month, getting to at 10K a month, you'll think your whole life would be completely changed, or you'll think like you'll be super happy once you hit that 10K per month. And in reality, actually hitting that number, you won't feel much, right? Because it is going to be a steady journey in order for you to transform into the person that can actually hit that 10K per month. But it's going to be a slow and steady journey. So nothing about your life is going to improve that drastically, because you'll hit it pretty steadily. And that's when you see a lot of guys in like crypto. For example, when I was in Dubai, we see a lot of crypto guys there that got rich pretty fast. And things like getting rich really fast, you never change much about your character in order to hit that goal or that monetary goal. So for the most part, you skipped out on most of the spiritual journey you're going to have to go through whenever you first start an online business. So for example, for me, whenever I first started online business, any small thing in life or in business would trigger me. If a client no-shows a call, if I don't close, if a client ghosts me, just small things would trigger me a lot whenever I first got started in the online business world. But nowadays, if that happens, it's just another day, right? Because your problems as you go deeper into business get larger and larger. So all the small things you thought were big back then won't actually be a big obstacle now. So one thing is the journey you go through. I already know if you're still beginning, or if you currently have like 1 or 2 clients, you're going to have sleepless nights. You're going to struggle. You're going to hit bottlenecks. You're going to have no-show rates. You're going to have closing rates. You're going to not know how to fulfill for your clients. You're not going to know how to hire a team. You don't know how to motivate them. But all of it will be learned just by simply taking a leap. So for the most part, entrepreneurship is mostly about just jumping off a cliff and building an airplane along the way. And no matter how many people on YouTube, all the gurus that preach, don't do this thing, don't do XYZ, don't do this, or else you'll end up like this, you probably won't listen to them, just like me. And I remember when I first began, I had a program which I paid a lot of money for, and they kept telling me that speed is everything. Like speed, you need speed. Everything else you'll figure out along the way. And it still took me 2 months or a month and a half to launch ads. And I always preach it in my YouTube videos, in my school community. I always talk about how speed will surpass everything that you currently can do in terms of inputs. Like just move with speed as fast as humanly possible so you don't start doubting yourself. And in the beginning, you're going to doubt yourself. You're going to have those sleepless nights. And you're going to question, like, what am I even doing all of this for? And for me personally, even though I kept getting rejected over and over again, I was burning money through ad spend. One thing is, if I don't take the leap now, me 5 years later or me 10 years later is going to have to take that leap one day. And it's better to do it younger at my current age now versus me having to take that same leap whenever I'm 10 years older and I have more responsibilities. And even if you're in your 40s or 50s, taking that leap 10 years later is going to be a lot worse than taking that leap now. And the main thing is, no matter how much money you have in the world, everybody has the same amount of time per day. Whether you're Jeff Bezos, whether you're homeless on the streets, everybody has the same amount of time, and you can't really buy back more time. That's why all these billionaires, they go on private jets. They do anything that could help out in terms of like speed of where they want to go and the stuff that they want to do. But for the most part, all of it is mostly just to have a spiritual experience. Like whenever you get into entrepreneurship, you're going to find out a lot about yourself that you previously didn't. Like how can you handle risk? How can you battle objections? How can you push forward even when the whole world feels like it's falling down? And that's mostly the journey that you'll have to go through. And it's not a if you'll go through it, it's like you have to go through it. Everybody that you see online that's successful has been through the exact same journey. Even me, myself, I wouldn't say I'm like the most, I wouldn't say I'm Jeff Bezos of the world. I'm not worth, a couple $1 billion, but even then, like you have to go through this trial by fire or else you'll never achieve what you actually want to do. And one quote I always listen to is basically, it's to go through that trial of fire and to basically, the trenches are like a rite of passage. So in order to hit what you want, you have to go through your trenches. And even when it comes to going to the gym, in the beginning, you won't know everything. If a lot of you guys like went to a gym in the past or had that gym arc, in the beginning, I had no idea how to lift weights, no idea about my diet, no idea about what's like the most optimal supplements to take, anything like that. I just got started. Right, every single day I was doing lateral raises, I was doing lat pull downs and tricep push downs every single day for probably 2 months or 3 months straight during the summer. And even then I got a lot of results just because I went consistently. And as I went through the gym journey, I found out more about like, okay, I need to hit my protein, and okay, I need to do push-pull legs, or I need to do chest and legs, or like legs increase the testosterone in your system so you'll get bigger faster. So all the things you'll find out once you're actually in the game. But a lot of you right now are probably just watching this video. It's a Saturday night here. Right now I'm in Sao Paulo, but like a lot of you are probably just waiting. You want to watch so many business videos. You probably watch Hormozi, Alex Beckers, Iman Gadzhi on YouTube, and you want to be like them. But in reality, you haven't even taken the first step. So this video is basically just a cue for you to just take that first step, and you'll figure out everything else along in the way. Everything always looks like sunshine and rainbows before you get started. You're like, oh, I'm going to be on a yacht in Dubai with all the Slavic models, whatever. And in reality, you're going to be in sleepless nights. You're going to be in your apartment. You're going to battle so many objections that you probably don't even know if you could take one more objection. And all of it makes it worth it. Because once you're on the other side, once you've made it, in your case, you'll look back on the journey and you'll be so glad that you went through it, because you as a different person, whenever you started the business versus what you are now, will be two completely different people. And everybody always talks about the journey. And I think you really have to go through a journey before you can really appreciate it. Because in reality, everybody wants the outcome. But in reality, like looking back on all the things I completed in my life, like traveling from country to country, just all the obstacles I overcame in the beginning has made it really worth it for me. So that's all I have for this video. That basically just go through that spiritual journey of starting that business. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to suck. You're going to fail multiple times. But as long as you keep through it every single day, pushing amount of inputs every single day, you're going to make it. And we'll be here to support you along in the journey. And I'll catch you in the next video.